to see once you start seeing it. When I was in there, I got things.
Yeah, come on.
He's there. He said, whatever he said, we're talking about that. He's going there, he's talking, and so just I'm watching, right? I'm not, and I'm looking, I'm like, God, man, I was like, it's just different. Because when I was out there, it was
yeah, man, you was plugged into that. You was plugged into that. Yeah, God. And like I said, I know, what you come from, and I know what you had the demons that you had to fight to come into this. You know what I mean? And I remember you had hit me maybe like some time ago, and you was like, can I still come into that? He was like, he called me for a minute. Because at first, when I first dropped some stuff on him, he listened to everything. But you understand too, the relationship too. Like I said, this is a man who watched me grow up as a little kid. So first of all, so just imagine somebody you helped raise teaching you. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. So if a brother can take orders and listen to somebody that's younger than him and somebody that he helped raise, that shows a lot of discipline in that man. He has to say con and the one con to me. You understand what I'm saying? And this is somebody who helped me, raise me. You know what I mean? So that's heavy. And I tell him that all the time. Like, you know what I mean? But we all do it in the truth. We all got to do it.
I mean, although, yeah, what you said, I guess that's right. So, it was weird. Not like, I'm trying to say, it's like, now I got to hear what you say and things like that. But for me, for the most part, all the people who being said, yeah, I can take something from anybody, especially wouldn't help me.
Right, come. Yeah, come. Yeah, come.
So, I mean, and sometimes you might think that you are the older people, where it said, but if you said stuff, I'm gonna listen. You stop this stuff, which that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, right. God. God, listen, and look, and what you saying is heavy, because that's why I was just talking about the same thing with you, like how, like you said, you know certain things when it comes to like stuff like this, like you're an expert in like warfare and stuff like that. Yeah, don't ever think that you know what I mean. Like I said, like there's people who's more well versed in scripture and understanding serving the Most High than you, but you might know some shit. Like I said, you are expert in weapons. You see what I'm saying? I will come to you like, hey, Carnal, hey, teach me how to do this. You know what I mean? Which I have. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, right. So, like I said, man, you'll see when you as you begin to see and hear, you'll be in here and you'll see where your strengths are at and what you can help and put your brick in. That's what we say here in the UPK, putting your brick in the truth. You understand? So again, in today's topic, we're gonna talk about the carnal mind. We're gonna talk about our carnal leaders and people that we look up to and how they destroyed us. You understand that? Of course, we're gonna bring up some scriptures. We're gonna go over all that. Like I said, we got the room till about 1 o'clock. So we're waiting for a few more people to come, and then we're just gonna start and get into it. But y'all brothers and officers now and then, newly raised up officers. Make sure, I know you came straight from work, and I know, you know what I mean, but make sure like bring your head time, you know what I mean? Yeah, because yeah, come on. I mean, you could it has a hole at the top, right? Does it have a hole? Yeah, so because you're an officer, you see how I'm presenting myself? That's how you get presented. I know you came from work, so I understand, because you wouldn't have made it if you didn't come straight from work. So no sweat. Same thing. Just make sure, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just like, like next time, come with your scarf or keep it in your car or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, because you're an officer now. So whenever we come around, you're in a UPK vent class and all that. You got to have your head, your war scarf, or not your war scarf, but your crown or your tie. You know what I mean? Good.
So what would I don't have?
Yeah, I get you one. I can bring you one. I'll bring you one. Or like I said, we go to the Passover, they sell all that stuff and everything too, just to let you know. Yeah, they have all that stuff down there. So when you get down there, you'll be able to purchase whatever. You know what I mean? But again, good.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go.
No, I'm going on subject for what you were saying.
Oh, okay. Well, just basically, yeah. So Even when you're a trooper, you still got to do that. But like I said, now that y'all officers, definitely you want to have your, you know, your attire right, you know what I mean, and all that. Like I said, when you go to any event, you're going to have your, you know, your head tied. Now, y'all can be out all black if you want. It's up to you. Good. Yeah, also too, camp and all that, boots has to be boots. You know what I'm saying? So get them now, especially for the like down at the Passover, like when we, you know, when we don't, no. Now when you're at a, like you go to the party and all that, you can wear, you know, whatever you want. But when we're doing a UPK, you know, event or something like keeping a high holiday or something like that, just like camp, you got to be, you know what I'm saying, dressed like UPK attire. And I'll give you all that, you know what I mean, the rules and the regulations on all that. I'll give you all that stuff. Matter of fact, I put it in that, the chat.
I gotta like, get those put on. Those look hard. I need to get them put on my page. I didn't have money.
Oh yeah,
I spent all that money on the worst part. Now we feel out of place now because we not taking no more.
No, listen. You don't have to do that. You, like I said, I know it definitely looks good and you want to do it, but you get that when you get it. The most important thing is, like I said, you ain't coming to camp with no Tommy Hilfiger on. You understand what I'm saying? You coming to camp with, you know, UPK attire. You gonna have your crown on, you know, your head tie. You know what I mean? And look like a warrior. Yeah, God, you can do that. Yeah. Now, but now we don't do it like you know, figures of like, you know, like they take a T-shirt and put it on the, you know, fringes on the bottom. Yeah, not like that.
It'll be a flat.
Yeah, God. Yeah.
And I'll have those put on, and it'll be on the pick. I'll have the fringes on the pick. Yeah, they know how to do it. Like I said, you can give it to some of the sisters and stuff, and there's brothers in the school know how to do it too. But yeah, you're too wild with that. Like I said, if it's like a garment or like a, you know, like I believe General Muhammad had on a like a collar shirt the other day, and he had the fringes coming up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, you could do that, just not on a T-shirt. You know what I mean? We don't do that. We're not fake Israelites. We're not IUIC. Like that sweater, that sweater's hard.
Yeah, I ordered it. Like I said, there's so many people that sell things in the UPK that, I mean, you'll be, like I said, at the Passover, they have booths there. So you can bring some. I'm pretty sure they have, like, you know, people will accept Cash App. Some people will accept cash, but, you know, maybe even if they have a machine and accept credit card. But I would just keep some cash on me or just Cash App or Zelle. But there's stuff like you can buy these head ties for like $20, $25. You know what I mean? Well, no, this I got online, but I mean, like they have them. There's people that sell them, but they're a lot more than that. They're a couple $100, I think. But I mean, you can get some off Amazon. I'll give you all that information so you can get your own. But yeah.
What I wanted to say is, I'm a person who is I'm like totally misunderstood, no matter what side, whether it's from a UPK brethren or one of those heathens in the street.
Yeah. So what do you mean?
Like, okay, like the one time, remember when we talked, we had counsel. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I got counseled by another.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, when we talked.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why he counseled me is because he misunderstood what I said. Why you said be careful when you come to people's page and what you say. So after he spoke to me,
yeah,
then he understood what I was saying.
Come.
He was like, that's one issue that a couple of times. Then I commented on the sister's page one time. And then he was like, oh, I thought you said something. He was talking to her, but he was like, when I went back and read what you said, I saw you was talking about the dude in the picture.
Yeah, come.
And then so one of these other Christian heathens, right? They gonna say to me, just hear me out. He gonna say to me, well, before you become a police officer, you need to be studying all religion, all Bible religion and culture. And I said, why would I study that when the book of Deuteronomy 6:4, it said, the Lord said not for the Most High said for us not to follow other nation religion and worship or following gods of other nations.
Okay.
He specifically told us that. And I know that as an Israelite. And they said to me, what makes your Bible more superior than everybody else? I said, my faith. The faith.
Well, let me say this to you, right? First of all, you're going back and forth with a Christian, right?
Yeah.
So first of all, you're on the defensive, and in the UPK, we don't on the defensive. You understand that? You put them on the defense. You don't answer questions for them or make them think they dominate the conversation. You don't have to prove any damn thing to them. You understand that? They have to prove things to you. You say to them, show me where that is in the Bible. You know, you just said you pulled a scripture, right, to say it.
Yeah.
That's enough right there. You don't have to go after that because you didn't already prove that it's in the Bible. You understand that? And you know what I mean? So they got to prove that the bullshit that they saying, they got to prove it to you. And they're not going to be able to do it because they're just talking. You understand that? And again, like we talked about before, remember, you know, you're a new officer, you know what I mean? And, you know, listening more than speaking is the best thing to do right now because you still need to learn a lot. You understand that? Now, again, now you might post something online and brothers will take it the wrong way because they don't know who you are, they don't know your personality yet and all that. But you got to understand is people are looking at that and they're seeing it and they're like, they don't know you. And they might perceive it a certain way. And you know that. So if you know that, you should, the best thing for you to do is, you know what? If I post something and I think brothers are going to take it the wrong way, I probably shouldn't post it. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like and believe me, that's like a demon that a brother or sister feels like they have to constantly post something. Listen, I don't even post anything personal on my page. Matter of fact, my page is UPK Kwamgwan, but it's a UPK page. I just share it. This is what you gotta understand. I know the men above me know what the hell they're doing. So I'm just going to share what they're doing. I don't think for myself. I just do what they do. You understand that? And that's what you got to understand. Once you begin to do that, you'll be good. You won't make any mistakes because those men are over you for a reason. You understand that? Now, if you go out there thinking you know something or you doing what you want to do or how you feel, you're going to make a mistake. You understand that? Every time I post something, you know what I'm thinking? What is Commander General Yohana going to say about this? What is General Muhammad going to say about this in Monday or Thursday class? And trust me, you do not want to be the type of brother that gets, you know, you do some foolish and then General Muhammad has to bring it up in his class and for the nation to hear it. You understand? So while you're typing, you should be thinking like, what the hell is General Muhammad going to say? You know what I mean? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So they can see everything that you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? So don't think, and like I said, and then there's so many people in the nation that even if he doesn't see it, or Commander General don't see it, or Captain Adar don't see it, or one of the other captains, one of your brothers will see it, just like the one brother saw what you posted. And listen, and when we tell you stuff, as your camp leader, when I tell you things, it's for your own good. It's you understand? If I give you an order or tell you something to stand down or don't do that, it's for your own good. Right. You understand? I'm not one of those brothers, and none of us in the UP are this way. But I'm not trying to just, you know, come down on you just because I have more rank than you. I don't, you know, that's not important to me. It's that you become the right type of officer. You follow the orders above you like I do. You understand? You know, the men above you just like I do. You know, Captain Adar, me watching him and following him has taught me how to be, you know, the officer that I am. You know, saying I'm striving to be better. But I trust the men above me. As long as you just follow the men above you, you're not going to make a mistake. But I'm telling you, I promise you, if you follow yourself, you're going to make a mistake. You know why? Because you're going to pull some worldly shit out. You want to be something. You want to do something that you would do in the world. You see what I'm saying? And that's another reason why you don't want to hang around worldly people either, because you find yourself hanging around them more than they hanging around you. You understand? Like they invite you to, you know, all these different stupid holidays and all that, and all their outings, and like right now they got some a Port Authority thing going on tonight. You know what I mean? Now the brother that I noticed throwing it, he's a good brother and everything, but there's a lot of brothers and sisters that's going, and it's going to be nothing but a worldly affair. You understand that? And I know if I walk in there, and I will walk in there if I was to go, I walk in there with my white man is the devil shirt. I'll come in looking like a UPK, you know, brother, and they'll look at me like, and I'll do it on purpose just because I, you know, just because I would want to do it that, you know what I mean? Want them to see it. But again, they're not like us. They're not like us, and you're not like them. So to get back to what you were saying, you were online, you know, talking to Christians and stuff like that. Just don't even waste your time. I'm telling you, you're not going to convince, especially if it's a heathen. You're really wasting your time. You understand that? Because first of all, they can't be saved. They can't be a part of the covenant. Why the hell do you give a damn if a Christian or if a heathen knows the truth or not? I don't give a damn. I care about my people knowing the truth. You understand that? So I don't even waste my time with people like that. My job is to fish my brothers and sisters out the world. That's why I'm doing this now. And you know what I mean? And hopefully that the Most High have, mercy on me for the bad decisions I made when I was in the world. You understand that? So I'm trying to catch up from all the wrong I did. You understand that? And there's a lot of wrong I did do that I didn't know I was doing wrong. Just like a lot of us, you know what I mean? So, with the ISUPK, the Lord's given us another chance. So you don't want to blow that. But to get back again, just pay attention to, the men above you. That's all, man. You know what I mean? If you have something personal you want to share, call me, text me, I'll get back to you and we'll talk about it. Or if you have something that I'm not saying that you can't post. I'm not saying that. Just think about what you're posting. You know what I mean? And remember, you want a rib, don't you? You want a rib, right? Yeah, I know you want a rib. Now think about this, right? Brother want a rib. Now think about something you might post on there, and it might, a sister might see that and be like, what's up with this brother? You understand what I'm saying to you? You don't want you and women, especially women in the truth. If you posted something that women look like, and be like, oh, this brother, I don't know. I mean, he's kind of shaky with what he's what he's saying. And you ain't gonna rib doing that. I mean, a couple of years. You say I know. No, I mean, you just some things don't need to be said. That's all. That's all. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's just me. I'm trying to work with that. Like some of the stuff that I'm supposed to do changed up when I put my message on top.
Listen. Like I said, I understand it, brother, because when I was in the world, I used to be one of the people that used to, just say my thoughts online. You know what I mean? Like you just forget that all the people that can see that and how they perceive it. Now you might, in your mind, you could be playing, you could be joking, you could be, just how you feel at the moment. But still, man, there's a scripture that says that, something like basically a wise, a fool maybe known by like the words that come out of his mouth. You know what I mean? Like, so you don't want to say nothing that makes you sound foolish and weak, man. You definitely want to do that. You know what I mean? Like I said.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
You're right.
Yeah.
She said, strong women. I said, Christ. I said, the head of woman is man. The head of man is Christ.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's an order to change. I told her, unruly women will not make the kingdom of heaven. Different level. There you go.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing though. Again, just because she's a woman does not mean she's right for you. You understand what I'm saying? You need a certain type of woman.
Yeah.
You don't want a worldly Christian woman. Now, if it's a woman, now don't get me wrong, all of us were raised like Christians.
Yeah.
We all were. My grandmother. So she had us in church at a very young age. You understand? So most of these women are Christians just because that's the dominant religion of this empire. So you're taking on what your oppressor put right in front of you. You don't, before coming into the UPK, you didn't know your customs, your traditions, and who you were and what you were supposed to do. You didn't know. Our parents didn't know. But this is what you got to understand. The Lord had enough mercy to give it to us. We do know. So we have an advantage that our parents and our ancestors and stuff didn't have. You understand that? Think about that, right? Before 1969, before the UPK, nobody knew what the hell they were doing. But we were born at a time where the Lord gave it to us. You got to think about that. He could have gave it to your great grandfather, your great grandmother. Anybody could have got it before you, but he didn't. He gave it to us. You understand? So that should tell you something right there. That means that in your past life, you were a prophet. That's what that means. You got it again because you had it before. You see what I'm saying? So don't take it lightly. This is why you got to put your work in, because it's a very serious thing. Because the Lord could, what you want to do? Waste the Lord's time? You understand? He could have gave it to somebody else. Think about all the people in Pittsburgh. What is 4 officers now? Myself, Aharon, and you two. There's 4 of us that had the truth. That's it in the whole Pittsburgh. And there got to be at least 300,000-400,000 people in Pittsburgh. Maybe, I don't know. I ain't checked in a long time, so it could be more. But think about 4 of us got it. Out of all the people. Say it again.
You said seen that one day, not too long ago about 400 people. You're not that far off.
Yeah, because I remember like back in the day, it used to be like 300,000 or something like that, but it might be a little more now. But my point is, out of all the brothers and sisters, he gave it to us. So that should tell you something about yourself.
Yeah,
you were deserving of it too. So, like I said, now that you got it, don't stop working. You know what I mean? Just keep doing what you got to do. You understand that? I'm just waiting for a few more people to jump in class, and then we're gonna start this class. We're gonna talk about the carnal mind. We are live right now, just to let y'all know. We're gonna talk about the carnal mind, bring in some scriptures, maybe play some videos or whatnot, and just break down some scriptures or whatever. And again, I'm gonna go with you brothers too. I'm gonna get with you about going over your your scriptures and getting you right and ready for camp. You know what I mean? Get y'all ready. You know what I mean? Because one day y'all will be up there speaking. I know you can't believe it. That's this right there. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be right. Everybody, no nobody. Just slide it straight back. Slide it straight back. Shalom, what's going on, Sam? Look, he walked past the door, came to the back door, and set up there, Lord. You know what I'm saying? He almost walked past it. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, what's going on, sis? We got our assistant in class, and I was waiting for one more that I know is supposed to be coming. Then we'll start. We're gonna talk about the carnal mind. You know what I mean? But we up here, we talking. I like that headpiece, the head wrap. I like that. It looks nice. Looks nice. Yeah. This is, that's Anor. That's Nasha Araka. And that's Kanak. That's Kanak. Yeah. That's Kanak. Yeah, Sister Nasha Araka joined the class. So yeah, we're gonna jump into, we talk about this carnal mind. Any questions? Matter of fact, if y'all got any questions before I start, y'all can ask me, you know what I mean? And then we'll jump into it. You know what I mean? But I'm waiting for Ron to get here. Yeah. Everything to wild with everybody though? Everything to wild? Yeah, we the sister had asked me, matter of fact, do y'all both you work Monday? You do?
Not Tuesday, but Monday.
Okay. What about you? You do too, right? Okay. But you got to go back Tuesday because you got to go back at night, right?
Well, I'm off. Let me see. Next Sunday,
Okay.
So
Okay.
my days will change. My days off will be like Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, because she had asked about the feast day. You know what I mean? Because we do got to start getting together for those feast days.
Yeah. Well, when is it?
Monday, and the closeout's Tuesday.
So we got to sit down and eat at the feast.
Well, yeah, we're supposed to get together like
Just
hold on, hold on. We supposed to get together. You know what I mean? We we eat. You know what I mean? We have brotherhood and sisterhood, but typically it has to be like at somebody's place. You know what I mean? That's why I had asked you the one time when I talked to you about it. You know what I mean? But and if we can't do that, we can go out and do something together. You know what I mean? But until we have a school, you understand what I'm saying? But again, like I told the sister, I know most people work like Monday and Tuesday. I didn't even realize that it fell on a Monday. You know what I mean? Usually most of them fall on like a weekend. Sometimes, you know what I mean? But I mean, we can, like I said, we can go out, or like I said, at somebody's place. I don't know, you know what I mean, if anybody is available for that. You know what I mean? That's just okay. All right. Well, yeah. What we'll do is, like I said, we'll discuss it after the class. Yeah, we'll discuss it after class. Come on, man. Oh, I know you ain't coming to her with that. Yeah, she knows better than that, believe me. Yeah, but yeah, we'll discuss it, and we'll talk about it, see what we can do. But more so, just a place to go. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty much, that's the main thing. You know what I mean, where we can go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna start. All right. So we're just gonna talk about the carnal mind. All right. So first of all, so not only the carnal mind, but like our leaders that taught us to be carnal minded. You understand? So first of all, y'all know what to be carnal is. Anybody want to take a shot at it? Go ahead, brother. I mean, it can be. It can lead to that. But give me something.
Carnal, like, I don't know, like, it falls under the grounds of like.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, come on. Not sure, okay, what you think? Right. Yeah, like so, like more so. If you're in a UPK, you're at what kind of spirit? I just gave it to you. You're spiritual, right? So if you have a carnal mind, you're what? Right. You're in the world. You have like a worldly. You pay more attention to what you're like, what pleases you. Physical things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Your lust and stuff, like she said, like your lust and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So a carnal mind is definitely opposite of what we need to be thinking about, what we're a part of. You understand that? And that is in the world. We have a lot of like people that we looked up to that have that spirit on them, and we followed them. You understand that? Give me an example of somebody that might have that. Say it again. I can't hear you. Say it again. I mean, yeah, it could be. It could be. That's a little bit wider, but just give me like think about where you come from and think about your leaders and stuff like that. And then you got get a sister hand. Get right. Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. And who was the leader of the Christians? There's the pastor. You see, because the pastor is like the number one leader in the Black community. Next to the drug dealer. You know what I mean? The drug dealer, everybody look up to him. You know what I'm saying? They used to look up to Mike back in the day. It's like I know. That's like I just say this government on there. Now I'm messing with you, brother. I'm messing with you. Yeah, but nah. But yeah, so yeah, man, like the pastor is like the worst thing that happened, you know what I'm saying, to the Black community, you know what I'm saying? Because they're supposed to be a role model, but meanwhile, they're up there, sliding around in alligator shoes, you know what I mean, sleeping around with everybody's ribs, celebrating holidays in the church, and a lot of our sisters and brothers are fooled by the pastor, man. Because, people want to look up to somebody with authority, and, that's the closest thing they see, because, our people are destroyed in our homes, in our neighborhood. So you don't look up to them because, we're destroyed. That's what we're taught. So the next best thing is the pastor or some type of celebrity that's on TV. I mean, I know growing up, I mean, I was a big, and we'll talk about that, but I was like a big Tupac fan, you know what I mean? I was that's my guy, you know what I mean? I like 50 Cent, and we'll talk about that too. But there's a lot of other, you know what I mean, celebrities and people that you look up to that you pick up things from. Yeah, man, you pick up things from them, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, we think it's right and it's not. And they're carnal people, you know what I mean? And until the UPK, you know what I mean? I didn't even know what the hell a righteous person was. I used to think that I was, you know what I mean? I used to think, what about you, sis? Hey, look, we thought we was on it. You thought you go out all with Monday through Saturday or Friday, sinning like a mother, and then you go to church on Sunday and you was washed, clean, sanctified. That's what they teach you in the Christian church. You know what I mean? And and a lot of our parents that led us that way. Like my grandmother was the one that tried to make us, make sure we went to church and everything. In her mind and in her heart, she believed she was doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And to the best of her knowledge, she was, but she just was taught the wrong way because her parents didn't teach her. They didn't know. And, and then somebody one day came along to her and was like, this is the way. And she just bought into it. Yeah, I tell you what, man, I try to get in conversations with my grandmother today, boy. We be, man, it'd be like a war, man. It'd be like a war. Yeah, she won't hear nothing I say to her because, she still has that, you're my grandson thing. You know what I mean? She can't believe that I could possibly know more than her when it comes to spiritual. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'd be like, get your pastor on the phone. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. She won't do none of that. You know what I mean? But like I said, she's a good person and she does have a good spirit. She just doesn't know. And, she's lived a lot of years not knowing the truth. And it's very hard to break that. That big priest right there, that is him. That's the big priest. Look, he confused too. Look. Look, man, you the fourth person that got that wrong. What's up, big priest? Slide. Big priest Aaron in the building. You know what I mean? My brother Aaron just came into class, you know what I mean? Yeah, we here. ISUBK Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? We excited, man. Got the Passover coming up. Yeah, so we just going over the carnal mind, brother. You know what I'm saying? I want you to jump in on that.
What was it? I'm sorry.
Just talking about the carnal mind and carnal minded leaders. You know what I mean? Like how we've been destroyed by following them. And I asked the sister, she answered the question. I was like, give me the example of a leader that has a carnal mind.
That's just about every leader we met.
Yeah, God.
We want to call them leaders.
God.
You go to Malcolm X.
Oh, man.
I mean, he had it right for a minute. He loved his people, but he always wanted to join the white man.
Yeah, that's it.
Always come down to them.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
King, you already know.
Yeah.
He was worse.
Yeah.
He never joined the enemy. Most I'd say that to join the enemy.
God.
So,
God.
I mean, and it just goes down the line. Every mayor, every
he's going into it. Yeah, he's going into it. And he brought the biggest one in the black community, the pastor.
Oh, that's single-handedly. There's actually judgment for him in the scripture.
Yeah, there you go. Look, if you pull that for me, Yeah, get that little thing. It's my brother right here, man. Priest Officer Aaron. Look, he's the Christian professional. He attacks Christianity. That's his thing. Christianity is his thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get it up on the screen when you get it too. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, that pastor, man, is something special, man. And it's crazy how our sisters mostly are fooled by that bastard, man. What is it, Aaron?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1.
Oh yeah, 23, verse 1. Go, you can go ahead and read it.
Come on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
Say that one more time, please.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
The brother Aaron put a heavy precept regarding these Christian pastors, Jeremiah 23 and 1. Woe be unto the pastor that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. Who's the sheep?
Us.
That's right. Blacks and Hispanics, First Nation people. We are the sheep. And listen, we definitely, act like it. You know what I mean? The way we follow these, you know what I mean? These false leaders and shit like that. You know what I mean? Salakia. Woe be unto them. What does woe mean?
Destruction.
Whoa, destruction. Yeah, come on. Give him a hand. Damn right. Right. Destruction is coming to that damn pastor. You know what I mean? Because why? Because he's supposed to be doing what we do here in the UPK. He's supposed to be like Commanding General Yohana. He's supposed to be like Captain Adora, General Mahaiman, you know what I'm saying? Captain Tezoria. He's supposed to be like that. You know what I mean? But he's not. What he does is make it fruitful for himself. You understand that? I remember I think in the world, one of my aunts got married. And she got married in the church that we grew up in. Man, Reverend Sims is the name. Yeah. Yeah, they were deep. Listen. Reverend Sims, man, he pulled up in the big body something series Benz. I mean, this was like a 90 something. You know what I'm saying? He had the big joint. Man, he told my aunt and her husband, I'm not starting this service until y'all get my money. Listen, and we had to go in our pocket to help with the money. I was 16 years old at the time. Me and my cousins had to go in our pocket and give whatever we had in our pocket to our aunt to finish paying him. He would not do the marriage service. I'm talking about, and this guy was, man, he was something special, man. He I'm telling you, man, it was just ridiculous. But that was my first, I hated church growing up because I hated Sunday school. I hated, and I really dreaded going upstairs. Sunday school was one thing because you do that for like an hour and a half. Then every now and then our grandma would force us to go upstairs for the long service. Oh goodness, you go up there, everybody's up there like, you know what I mean? Like it's nothing. I'm like, look, I'm like young, and I know this is bullshit. You know what I mean? I know this is bullshit. And I'm like, and then he just says nothing but, they pass out the collection plate 3 or 4 times, like if something's going to change from the first time they pass it out. And then it's just like they read a couple, lines, God loves everybody, then the choir starts. And it's, that's the main thing of the whole service. But I know you good.
If I make service, it's like a little enchantment. It's like they have to get your mind off of the actual Most High because they're not there for the Most High. They're there to just really get money from you or sex or whatever.
God.
So they don't want you to look into these scriptures and know that you're the people of the Bible. They want you to just be carnal like him and be destroyed. If I may, can I read?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 23, verse 2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away.
What has he done?
Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. Damn right.
Damn right. Listen, that problem that we have in the black community is gonna go away. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's that. Listen, you ever notice there is a damn church on every corner, man. So if Christianity was the way, don't you think we'd be saved by now? There's a church on every corner.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
The more churches, the more destroy the people.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Oh man, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Known to be the most destroyed.
And listen, and that's heavy. That's heavy because Homewood in the Hill is like some of the places that I look at as far as like getting to school. You know what I mean? Even over there in the Mon Valley area here too, because I know our people are destroyed in them places. You know what I mean? Destroyed. But that's heavy what you said. That Duquesne area too is a good location too, because our people are destroyed out there. But yeah, I'm like the brother said, Jeremiah 23:2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Of course, Israel is Blacks, Hispanics, First Nation people. The pastors are your Christian pastors. All right. Ye have scattered my flock. What does that mean? You drove away. You spread them out widely. Why? Because you coming with your false teachings, and you say one thing, you know what I mean, but you don't teach what the Bible says to do. You know what I mean? The Bible said the Bible's against holidays, but you have Christmas service in your church. You got, I mean, come on, man. I remember when I was young, Easter egg hunts in the church and every damn thing. Yeah, Halloween. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I mean, sir, the problem with us, what they have really done to us, it caused a state of confusion with us. And when you got a state of confusion, it's like if I go down on this corner, somebody dropping off this corner, and I don't know my way home, I'm confused. I don't know where town is. I don't know where nothing is. So you don't even know what direction to go when you're dealing with these guys. God. And they get you when you're a kid because your grandma gets you. Your mother gets you.
God. Yeah, it's crazy because, and when that happens, that's another reason why we fight so much on the streets trying to get our people, because they heard the damn Hotep, Egyptian African community. They done heard, like you said, the lion-ass Christian pastors. You got celebrities who believe in some shit or teach something, and then we come with the truth, and they look at us like, we're lying too, because you know what I mean. And then they see the Bible. Oh, that's the white man's book. You got the white man's book. You know what I mean? You got the white man's book, and that's terrible. Because I'm keeping it real. When I was coming up, I thought it was the white man's book too. Yeah, I mean, how about y'all? Did y'all believe that?
Every picture you see,
what? Yeah.
It's a white man with a white beard.
That's. God, that's honest. That's honest because that's how crafty the damn white man is. He knew when he put that picture out what it was going to do to your man. Listen, most people, if you tell them to close their eyes thinking what Christ is, they're going to see that picture. You gotta fight to get that image out of your damn head. That's how. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. God. See, Con.
So it was like, y'all lying.
Con.
When you ask questions, this is God not working for public. So my thing is, how can you even teach the Bible if you don't even know who it's for? You don't even know the Bible is speaking.
Damn right. You damn right. Listen now, and you now I assume in your household they showed you that that Christ was a black man. Is that how you learned it?
You know what? My family never was white people, so
you're right.
Like my grandmother was my granddad was like, no.
Yeah, right. God.
It was like my granddad never like believed, and he didn't start
right. That's you damn right. Yeah, give your granddad a hand. Give him a hand. Cause that's happy. But go ahead, finish what you're saying. Go ahead. yeah. But finish what you're saying. Go ahead.
You ride down the street like,
yeah. Yeah, see, yeah. And I remember
racist, and then it was like once I started reading and what they was saying,
he was telling the truth.
He
was telling the
truth.
Yeah.
And everything was
made sense. It made sense. I remember you told me that. Yeah. And we had that conversation plenty of times. Because in the world will make you feel like you're a terrible person for feeling like that. When you really just have love for your own people. But they want you to get your head kicked in and still love them and sing for them and accept them. Which is just, it's idiotic. You know what I mean? Why would you hold on or, cling to your oppressors, the person that's beating your damn ass every day? You know what I mean? Like, and I knew, even though I didn't know the truth when I was younger, when I seen that picture of Cesar Borgia, white Jesus, I knew something was wrong with that. Because I'm like, why the fuck do we got a white? Why is there a white man on our wall? You know what I mean? I
always thought Jesus was, but then when I was in the military, like they told me that I was going to hell when I died. Like they told me God is white. So I fell into a deep depression because God is white. These white people hate me and I'm going through this shit down here. I'm fucked. So I just know.
Stop, Salaki. I don't remember laughing, but you see what that could do. Taking on that God, taking on that image of that God, or believing that's your God, it automatically subjects you to that people. You see what I'm saying? And now you feel like you ain't shit because you don't look like that people. You know what I mean? But you don't know that you're born in a kingdom where they are in rulership. They control every damn thing, your education, the religion, how you speak, how you eat, every damn thing. You know what I mean? And they control where you live at, how you grow up and what you see and everything. That's why that's how we're under the curses. Because if we were born in our land, you wouldn't be hearing me talking like a Western white man. You know what I mean? You understand? I wouldn't have a slave name. You understand that? We would have, the names that we have now, coming to the truth. Go ahead, sis. Yeah, God. You need to know that. You need to know that. If I could too, brothers, take pictures and stuff too, so we can get that online. But no, what you're saying is heavy because hell no. Right, God. Yeah. And if I could, who did you think was the enemy before you came into the truth? That's true. You know the white. Right. And also your own people. You know what I mean? You thought the same nigga that you grew up with, running around on the hillsides, getting your knees scraped up, you know what I mean, playing sports with, the sister that you went out and hung with, you think they are the enemy. You know what I mean? Because this is what the white man showed us. You understand that? This is what he showed us. And like I said, when I came into the truth, it really taught me to start having compassion for my people. You know what I mean? And of course, coming out in the world, it can be a struggle. You know what I mean? Because your first reaction is to, defend yourself and, to attack whoever's attacking you. You know what I mean? But the more you're in the truth, the more you begin to understand that you got to have compassion and love for your people. You know what I mean? You got to forgive them as well. You got to forgive your people. You know what I mean? Because first of all, if we couldn't forgive them, how the hell do we expect Yahweh, Most High God, to forgive us for all the sin that we are all deserving of death, all of us. We have all celebrated holidays. We have all worshipped another God. You understand that? We have committed adultery. We have sold drugs. You understand that? Some brothers have killed other brothers. You understand what I'm saying? So, we are deserving of death for real. But the Lord had mercy on us. You know what I mean? So, again, so we're talking about anybody else got anything else before? Go ahead, brother.
Not like each other and stuff like that. You go back and learn a little bit from being in the truth. That was pretty easy because when they put us all together in certain areas and that was an experience.
Yeah. You damn right. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right.
I just seen this, but I was big off of like one of the disease thing.
Mhm.
So I had read it first.
Yeah, right.
Still went for that, but to switch it over because
Hey, your man.
that put it, we're trying to make it figure out, or say something about that. But there was a lot. Most people don't get, especially when get that mad.
Yeah, you damn right. When we out in the street, we say that. They get fired up when they see that picture. They see Yahweh with the we got the picture with the big white hair, you know what I mean, and the beard, and you know what I'm saying. He looked like a warrior. They can't stand that. You know what I'm saying? And then we step on white Jesus. That's yeah. I need to know everybody need to have that as a doormat on their into their house. Yeah, you damn right. Yeah, you damn right. You ever it was heavy when she like I just be out observing, even a slave, the spirit on white men. They're soft as shit. They're how they talk, how they handle things. They're just, and I'll be looking at the women like, this is what you like. You know what I mean? That's your man or whatever. But yeah, they just got to settle for it. Yeah, they got to say, yeah, right. They be so. I mean, the man be more feminine than damn girl. What you say? Oh man, like you're born that way. You're just born that way. You know what I mean? Oh, listen. God. Oh, real, yeah, right. Listen, when I was in the world, like years, I was a haircut, shape up king. You know what I mean? Now I see that shit, I be like, man, that shit looks soft. I seen a dude. I told you got on my bus the other day. He had the perfect, like the like the, you know what I mean? And it was real thin too, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, damn, man, you on the house soft, Yeah, real talk. That's exactly what it looked like. And then now that you grow a beard, you be like, yo, like this is, and women love the beards, man. They love the beards. Yeah. Yeah, they would cut it all. They go all the way back to here and have a little ponytail, and then you know what I'm saying, and then have it off the side. You know what I mean? Like what's the one brother in New York? Shaka Amos or whatever. Oh man, you gotta when you get a chance, type in him online, and he got a song on Sean Netter's It's terrible. It's terrible. Well, all right, so let's jump in. So we talk about the carnal mind. We'll bring up some scriptures. All right, so and how the carnal mind affected our leaders who affect us. You got what? Celebrities too. Like I said, I was a big Tupac fan. I think everybody was a Tupac fan. You know what I mean? And listen, Pac was a very, like, he was how you say, try to be like revolutionary, but he also was very emotional too. Very emotional, which it was bad for a man. It's very bad for a man. You understand that? Right. 50 Cent. 50 Cent is like he's like a scarred individual, man, because of his past, he takes shit out on everybody. Like, he's very petty, you know what I mean? And he abuses his power. And now that is carnal. That's what I'm saying. So we're bringing up things that's like carnal thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're abusing your power. Carnal, you know what I mean? Being an emotional person is carnal, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's like now being carnal also is fleshly desires. You know what I mean? Like, we see a big wagon, you know what I mean? And you don't know how to control yourself. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You ready?
I don't know what street it is now. Is it First or Second Street? Yeah. Charles IV. And not worrying about this.
Yeah. Listen, I'm heavy what the brother is saying. What scripture is that again? When you choose a woman, like, you know what I mean, according, you know what I mean. Oh, have a mind like you, basically. We'll get that in a minute. Then we'll get it in a minute. I'll get it in a minute. But so dealing with the fleshly desires, you know what I'm saying? Of course, it's like I said, it's no self-control, no wisdom. You know what I mean? That's what I'll be the first to admit. In the world, I didn't care anything about but how you looked. You know what I'm saying? When I went to go get a woman, if you was fine, that's all I cared about. And believe me, I suffered for doing it. You understand? I suffered. Before I was 22, when I had my first child, you know what I mean? You couldn't tell me nothing. I was arrogant, you know what I mean? I'm getting these girls, you know what I mean? I was fly, I had the dress, I had the best, waves and all that. And then I got a baby's mom. And that shit humbled me, boy. I blame Adnor. He could have warned me, you know what I mean? He saw me growing up. He could have warned me, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we all did that. I mean, everybody know the baby mom story, you know what I mean? Or the marriage story, you know what I mean? But again, we didn't know, and neither did the sisters. You understand that? So we can't, and this is nothing too. That's one of them niggas that, this is carnal too. I always blame the damn women. Oh, this bitch did this bitch did that to me. Meanwhile, I was the one, nobody forced me to put my rod into that woman. You know what I mean? I did that. And then one day I said to myself, I said, you know what? I was sitting by myself. This is how the Lord deal with you. He break you down to nothing. I was sitting in Turtle Creek, Wilmerding area by myself, lost my family, every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I was down there, broken ass nigga. Right? I was down there broken like a motherfucker. Look, eating potatoes and fish. That's all. Look, potatoes, fish, turkey bacon, and water. And I became a real humble nigga. You know what I'm saying? All that gear and all that shit went away. I ain't have none of that no more. I had my own apartment, but I was down to nothing almost. And the Lord sat my hands down. And I said to myself one day, I said, man, I was thinking, I'm going to child support court every other, you know what I mean? I go down there, the white woman like, oh, he has 4 cases. He has 4 different baby moms. You know what I mean? They tell you that's how they, you know what I mean? They just automatically just judge you like you ain't shit from that. Not knowing that you were in relationships with all these, I was in long relationships with them, but they don't see it that way. Oh, look at him. Here you go. He has 5 like that. Just slid the paper over just like that. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, God. But my carnality, it caught up to me. But it's like I said, I was sitting there and I said to myself, I was sitting there all my pain and everything. And I was like, you know what though? If I would have never, sucked my rod, I wouldn't be going through this. And then I accepted what I did. And then I was able to put it aside and grow and be a better person. And that's when I started get a Lord a hand. It ain't me. It ain't me. Because if it was up to me, I'd still be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That like the Lord broke me down. You know what I'm saying? And he taught me. You know what I mean? He taught me. But yeah, that was, you know what I mean? That carnal shit, man, it's terrible. So, and it's also animal nature. You know what I'm saying? There's scriptures on that, you know what I mean? Being an animal in nature, you know what I'm saying, having cravings and desires. I mean, we all have cravings. I mean, come on. You go a certain period without sexual contact. If you're not spiritually disciplined, you're gonna make a bad decision and you're gonna regret that shit. And you're gonna be like, oh man, what the hell did I do? Soon as you get done, you're like, what the hell did I just do? What the hell did I just do? That's why you don't, like, if you're a brother and you trying to get with a sister, if you don't see yourself keeping that woman, don't touch her. Don't do it. You know what I mean? Because it's same thing with a woman. Like you do not want to, put yourself in, because of your lust and your carnal, desires. You got to pay attention to that, and it's not easy. That's why being around brothers and sisters in the truth will help you with that. And this is a big thing. Like as far as UPK Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? We got to always be together because, you know what I'm saying, there's nobody in the world like us. There's nobody in Pittsburgh like us. So we got to stay with each other until we build and get more people. You understand that? But yeah, and we're going to the Passover. We're going to get a Passover hand. We are look, listen, we a month away, baby. We are a month away. Listen, I see the song. I heard. Listen, look. If you ain't been to the Passover, it is about to go down. It is about to be the best you ever seen. I know I was there last year. He was there. So was Carnal. Yeah, no. Yeah, he did, man. That brother. Yeah, he was. He was sitting there. Listen, man. Listen, man. I always say the story all the time because I'm sorry, I know. But he fought to come down there too. He came down there. He was still fighting when he was there. Yeah, but remember I told you about that shit. It's real. It's real. And listen, but he's like, you know what? I'm just going to go. We get to the damn Passover. We walk into the Passover. A brother that I know from Texas comes up. He's talking to us, and he's like, "Yeah, he's like, y'all brothers pay your Passover fee." I was like, "Yeah, I pay." I was like, "Brother, here, I got paid." He said, "Oh, I got a ticket for him." Just like that, just like that. And think about that. See, he fought for the Lord, and the Lord fought for him. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to do here in the truth, man. If you take steps toward the Lord, just like you just got off of work, basically. You should be asleep, technically. You know what I mean? But look, you're here. You see what I'm saying? Get that brother a hand for being here. You know what I mean? Sis came all the way from LeBron Valley. You know what I mean? Over that area. Carter, you kind of live too, right? You kind of live, right? Yeah, she spent her, you know what I'm saying? That's because she wanted the truth. You see what I'm saying? So you got, you know what I mean? And y'all doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? And listen, my goal here in Pittsburgh is that one day in here or somewhere else, we have like 50 people in here, man. You know what I mean? And then we go to we're going down the Passover now, like 7 or 8 deep. So when the generals and the captains and everybody see that, they're going to be like, okay, you know, Pittsburgh's growing, you know what I mean? And we will come back next year with double that, you know what I mean? We'll come back next year or more than that, you know what I mean? Listen, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to have a good time down here. But all right, let's get into this so we can get through this. All right, so animal nature, you know what I'm saying? Cravings, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know about that animal nature. What does animal nature do? What does it do? What can it lead to?
Death.
Yes, you're damn right. Say it again. Yeah, you're damn right. But what does the Lord hate though? The Lord hates what? Sinners. There you go. So being an animal or having cravings or, you know, going out there, you know, what your body feels and, you know what I mean, being a carnal person leads to sin. You understand that? And that's like I said, you look at people like I said, I'll bring up Pac again. Pac was my guy rapping, but what does Pac do? Lays that weed, you know what I'm saying? Alizé, Hennessy, you know what I'm saying? In the world, that was the shit. You know what I mean? Alizé, Cristal, weed. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're doing that shit and you listening to that. Oh, come on, man. You listen to that. You used to like the other day when General Muhammad played the class with the girl that was like, I was at my cousin's. You heard that shit? Galentine's party. She's like, yeah. She's like, she said we drinking and all that, and then they played that song, take off your back.
And then everything.
She's like, after that, girls was eating, you know what I mean? So think about that. That, you believe it or not, that can really, that whole setup, that whole, you know what I mean? That you know, being there in that type of situation can, that's why I hang with people in the world is, you know what I mean? Like, oh, listen, man, listen. Anytime you're around somebody in the world, just expect it to come. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? Gone. All right, so.
You never know what might happen.
Oh yeah. And like I said, and if there's more of them than you, if you ain't strong in this truth, hey man, pass that weed, man. You know what I mean? Seriously. Right. We were just talking. That's heavy with you because we were just talking about, you know, they got that thing going on with PRT tonight. You know, out the little thing. He's getting all the garages together to go eat up. Yeah. But like, and, you know, a couple of people, like I said, the one brother Stone is my guy, but I ain't trying to be around them niggas, man. You know what I mean? It's just worldly. You know what I mean? It's worldly. Yeah. Then, like I said, you know me, I'm gonna walk in with the white man's devil shirt. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be like, yeah. Look. You know, from look, I was out to slavery yesterday. This one brother came over from he used to work at West Mifflin with Ron. He came over to my garage. He's like, what's up with Ron? He called him a slave name, but he's like, what's up with Ron? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I hear the brother, don't even mess with the girls no more. He's a Muslim. Yeah.
The crazy thing is, not to see you saying Muslim because you don't know what we're doing.
Right.
But I love women.
Don't put that on the UPK. Don't put that on the UPK nigga, man. Don't do that. Don't put that on us. We all love women. Don't do that to us. Yeah, he don't know. But, yeah. But Ron go in there and mind his damn business, do his work. He grew his beard. Because at first when he started growing it, they was all like, I don't know. Yeah. Now they love it. You know what I'm saying? They love it for it. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, when you walk in the room of people you don't know, they kind of like put their head down. They kind of
yeah, but you see, it was crazy when they came to Pittsburgh for camp. You was there. somebody was like, yo, you look like the enforcer.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what you want niggas to say. You know what I'm saying? Because they won't try you and they know you ain't no soft ass bitch out here. You know what I mean? They see them beards, they see you dressing like a damn warrior. And like that's in the Bible. The men sat in the street. Get that scripture from me, where it says the men in glorious warlike apparel. Yeah, that's in the Bible. That is our heritage. You know what I mean? Like that's who we are. You know what I mean? So let me see if I can find it here. I know it's in let me see. Warlike apparel, I believe it is. Let me see. And the ancient men, yeah, I think it is something in that. Yeah, it's like the ancient men sat in the streets. What is it? So I can pull it up.
First Maccabees 14:9.
First Maccabees 14:9. Give me 1 second to get there with you. Salakia, 1 second. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is our heritage. 14:9, you said?
All
right, you can go ahead and read it, please.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 14, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The ancient men sat all in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
communing together of good things,
Mm-hmm.
and the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel.
They put on skinny jeans.
They put on glorious and warlike apparel.
They dyed their hair blonde.
Glorious and warlike apparel.
They wore purses.
Glorious.
You see it?
Warlike.
You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Get a Lord ahead. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So no brothers look like Priest Al-Haran. You know what I'm saying? Priest Kanak and Anor. You know what I'm saying? And men in the Ash became the commander general Honda. You know what I'm saying? We're like men. And this is what we got to bring back to Pittsburgh. I want Pittsburgh to be nothing but ISUPK. Everybody walking in the street. Everybody walking in the street want to be a UPK. They see, hey man, how do I join? How do I get in that? You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. Instead of, want to be in a damn Crip or a Blood. You know what I mean? Or a damn fruit cake. You know what I mean? These young boys. It's sad, man. These young boys are soft as shit. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but man, say it again, sis. Yeah. Con, sis. Con.
You can't even read.
Oh man.
You got to be careful.
They don't even, bro. They kept, we drive for the slavery. They get on the bus. Young boys gets on the bus. He gives them, he's like, just laughing at me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what's up, dude? Like, can I get a ride? I'm like, dude, learn how to communicate. Like, but you can tell he has no man. He has no man in his life. You know what I mean? Nobody can, guide him the right way. And again, you got to understand, as we being priests and people in the truth, you got to have compassion on them, because it's very easy to be like, man, you know what I mean? It's very easy to get it's very easy to be that way, but you can't be that way. You know, because there was one time when we weren't like that. You know what I mean? Let me get through this because we got a little bit of time. So things connected to carnality. You got lust. We talked about that. Greed. That's your Christian pastor. You know what I'm saying? Pride. You know what I'm saying? Anger. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us get angry, and you know what I'm saying? And we make very stupid decisions. Very stupid decisions. That's why I tend to if I get angry, I tend to be quiet and try to wait till I calm down, like a couple of days or something like that, because I do not want to make a decision when I'm angry, man. It's just, you know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
Scripture says, I'm paraphrasing, be mad but sin not.
There you go. Heavy. Look, I'm gonna pull that up. That's what we got. Aaron here. You know what I'm saying? I got a nickname for Aaron. I call him the Blade. That's what I call him. He don't know that, but that's what I call him, because he can cut with some scriptures. What's that? Sin not, right? Sin not. Yeah, man. That and it's hard to remember that. It's hard to remember that. Yeah.
That's the big thing most of us outside of the don't have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not wrong being mad.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't sit and be mad.
You got that scripture for me? I just want to put it up on screen so they can see it. And be angry but sin not. Let me know when you get it. But yeah. So also, what else? Ego. Ego's a bad one too. When you think, you know what I mean, that ego get to you, that's definitely a carnal person. Ego. You know what I mean? Because then you'll begin to think that you're bigger and better than brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? And then you can't be told nothing. You know what I mean? And we've all suffered from that. You know what I mean? We all suffer from that. You know what I mean? Materialism. Materialism is another one. Yeah, that affects the Black community a lot. That materialism will make people do any damn thing just to get things. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I know growing up, wanting to have the fly shit on, and you know what I mean, and having this and having that, or as guys, we do everything. I'm gonna keep it real in the world. You do everything to get a girl. That's why you're doing it. You're doing it because you want a woman to recognize you. I don't know, sis. Can you? Why do women do it? Is it like because I hear women say a lot. They'll be like, "I'm doing this for myself." But do you think women do that to attract men? Yeah. I think it's a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Right. Exactly. Right. Oh, yeah. Con. That's heavy. And when she's getting into is, there you go. That's like carnal shit. Because the carnal part of you is with, you went to that person. And then now the repercussions is coming later. You see what I'm saying? Now he's kicking your head in. You know what I mean? Now, and really technically, you can't get rid of him now. That's your husband. You lay down with him, just like he can't get rid of you. You understand? You found it? Let me
Ephesians chapter
okay.
4, verse 26.
Ephesians 4:26. Let me go there. You pull that up on the screen. 4:26. You can start reading it.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26.
Okay.
Be ye angry and sin not.
Yeah.
Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Right. Yeah, it's you're going to get angry. You're going. I see the sis. Shout out to the sis. Is that Shawet? Yeah, she's in the chat. She said we do it to be seen too, for attention, to get compliments, and to compete with other women. Damn, that's heavy. That's heavy. Just give the sister a hand. I see her right there. That's sis. What's up? What's going on, sis? Yeah, she said she would. She said I want to be there. Yeah, she'll make it next time. You'll make it. I see the brother Kalata's on the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Priest and Officer Awaja. Shalom Adawan. Yeah, we got some people up in the chat. The water for everybody tuning in. Water. But again, so that materialism, the ego, violence. You know what I'm saying? Violence is another one. You know what I'm saying? And that's what most of the time brothers commit violence against another person because they're emotional. You know what I mean? Brother offended you and you don't know how to talk to him. You know what I mean? So you ready to go. You know, especially if you're a brute, nigga, you one of them niggas that think you can beat everybody. Yeah, you ever go to the club and a nigga can't get no girls? You want to beat everybody's ass. Yeah, look, bro, I was always the brother, like, I don't even see dudes when I go to the club. I know they're there, but I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, why are you worried about dudes in here? Look at these women in here. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm gone. Bruh, this dude in there, he in there, you know, so he doing a little sass thing, pulling his pants up. You know what I'm saying? He sizing every dude up, you know what I'm saying? He sat looking at dudes just to try to start something. I'm like, dude, calm down, bro. Like, you see these girls in here, man? Like that's you know, like I said, he don't know how to speak. He don't know how to go after what you know what I mean? What he's attracted to or whatever. So he's carnal minded person. You know what I mean? Yeah. And again, that comes from growing up in a society where the white man dominates. You know, no fathers in the home. You're emotional. You know what I'm saying? You got carnal-minded leaders like we're talking about. The Christian pastor taught you to be that way. The damn drug dealer taught you to be that way. You know what I mean? Your favorite celebrities, your rappers, your entertainers, they all taught you to be that way. And they go home. They get a check and go home to their families. They go home to their white picket fence. You go back to the damn projects and the ghettos and the barrios, and you got to go to war with the brother next door to you. You know what I mean? Say it again, sis. You're right. Yeah, you damn right. Listen, yeah, lying like a motherfucker. You when you was younger, you used to want to believe all that shit was real, boy. And then, but as soon as you get older, you be like, man, these niggas was lying like these niggas got juice bars now. All that thugging shit they was talking, now they own juice bars and shit. You know, seriously, they own things that you like. They talk all that. Yeah, the locks. Yeah, they talk all that. I can't even tell you how many times in this rap city want to go see Poppy. I go see Poppy for this. Go see Poppy for that. Now you own a juice bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get out of here with that shit. Yeah, I know. That's so crazy. And you know what's crazy? And I knew that. That's heavy. I knew that. Yeah, I heard that in a book too. When we read his audio book is really good. It's really good. You gotta listen to that. It's real good. It's real good. It is. But he was saying that when he was doing the raps. He said, I don't drink. I'm just selling you this. That's crazy. I mean, now if you're not an adult, if you don't have like a father figure in the house to let you know, like son, daughter, he's just trying to sell records. This is not what he do. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when I was young, no. Yeah, he's really in them streets. You know what I mean? He's really, you know what I'm saying? They really be doing this. Man, I can't even tell you how many brothers have been destroyed and lost their lives are believing these lying ass rappers and stuff. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, from my neighborhood, all them dudes, they was, Hove this, Hove that, state property. Pac was this and Pac was that. I'm telling you, man. And they really would like get into arguments and fight and shoot at people for stuff like this. I never, I love the music and all that, but I never was like, I knew when I turned it off, it was over. Like my high went down and I was done. You know what I mean? I was done, but
I might have took some fashion from.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We definitely did that.
The art of hip hop.
Hey, listen, this dude though, we all did. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
AK-47 because 50 Cent did it, right?
Yeah, right. But listen, now Chicago, they were really doing that. They were really living out what they were doing on video games. Then get online and brag about it. Oh, I just got me an op today. Like that's crazy. I never seen it going to that level. Like when growing up, we grew up at, it was like people died from drive-by and stuff like that, and it was like people wouldn't tell on themselves and stuff like that. Now they do it and go to the spot. This is where I killed this brother at. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, and you know what? That's heavy you say that because that's been happening a lot in Pittsburgh too. There was a time when women would be like innocent. They wouldn't even like, nobody would come for a woman. Now they treat women like they do niggas on the street. Yeah, there you go. Right, like sister said, with the mouth. You know what I mean? And that's heavy. You're right about that. You are right about that. Also, okay, so yeah, because there wasn't, but see, and that's heavy because look, you just made me think of something. There was a time when men weren't so sensitive and soft, but now that the men today, some of the men today that's not in the UPK, they're emotional and soft, so they'll treat a woman just like they would treat a dude in the street. See, the men back then were a little more masked, you know what I mean? Like they could take a woman talking shit and not do nothing to them. But now you see dudes fighting women, squaring up with them. You know what I mean? Like, and losing too. You can square out with a woman and get knocked out. That's crazy, man. They're crazy. But all right, so okay, so they, what else? Carnal man do? They choose revenge over forgiveness. That's a heavy one. Look, I struck a vein on him right now.
You've been done so wrong.
Oh man.
You want you be a slide for my language. You be a damn hypocrite.
Yeah, there you go.
You know this truth.
Yeah.
And you talk and try to preach everybody out.
Right.
You talk the truth to everybody, and then when something happens to you,
you don't practice.
You want to try to
heavy.
Now you that's the last thing.
Heavy. And listen, and the thoughts will come up in your head, but you gotta choose the right one. You gotta choose, you know what I'm saying? And like again, we've all been guilty of that. You know what I mean? But that's heavy though. You're right, because that's your test. That's the Most High testing you. Look, prepare for temptation. Find that for me. When you come to serve the Lord, when you come to serve the Lord. Say it.
You know what it is? Satan is the truth. And
yeah.
That's what he's trying to get you. And it's very, if you're a weak man, the truth is going to prevent everything. You know what I mean? Stop it.
Let me see. Did you find that, Aaron? Prepare thyself for temptation. We're gonna get to these other scriptures real quick. I'm just trying to find this real quick. When you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Oh man, hey, day and day. Listen, I said this months ago before. I said, yo, we're going to the Passover. I'm telling you right now, they're coming for you. The demons are coming. You know what I mean? They're coming. Yeah, you did right after Passover.
Yeah.
You get it?
I got my wrong.
Go ahead. What is it?
It's the book of Ecclesiastes,
Okay.
chapter 2, verse 2.
All right,
No,
what's
it's like
up?
chapter 2, verse 1.
Ecclesiastes 2:1.
Come on.
All right, 1 second. 2 verse 1. Go ahead, you can read it, Aaron.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1.
Yep.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
There you go. Say it again.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
There you go. Listen, you can't come serve the Lord. So a lot of people, Brother State, they think they're gonna come here and everything's gonna go right for them. Now that you serve the Lord, yeah, it is. Look, sister tell you she came into the truth, going hard in the truth, and she's getting attacked on all angles. Just like it's we all experienced it. We all experienced it. So did I know her. So did this brother, and I know you experienced it too. Listen, you come in there, and you be like, okay, everything's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? No, you about to lose everything. Yeah, you go, yeah. And it's and the thing that you don't want to lose, that's what you're going to lose. You got a rib holding you back from the truth. You got a rib holding you back from the truth. Guess what? You about to be at odds with that person. You about to be at odds with her. Yeah, you let your kids stop you from being in the truth or hold you back. I'm telling you, you're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. You cannot let nothing stop you from this truth. Nothing. A job, can't let that do it either. Nothing. Your grandmother, I don't care how much you love your grandmother. You know what I mean? Or your father. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Your parents, no matter what it is, you can't let it stop you. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just what it is. But when you lose, if you lose them, the Lord gives it back to you 10, like 100-fold. You know what I mean? 10-fold. You know what I mean? You get it back. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. But okay, so we're gonna start getting into some of these scriptures. Let me get and we'll see if the brothers can break them down here, especially you new officers. We'll put you to the test. Let me see. We're gonna go with 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. Pull it up here. Okay. All right. Okay. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. Anybody want to take a shot at that? Somebody take a shot at that. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of help in a second. Somebody take a shot at that. I'm gonna pull it up on the okay. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of help. All right. Okay. This is the Blue Letter Bible, right? You want to go? I'll let the sis go ahead. Go ahead, sis. Right. Worldly. That's what a natural person is. See, look at this is the Blue Letter Bible, right? Going down here. I'm gonna highlight it right here. Of or belonging to breath, having the nature and characteristics of the breath, the principle of animal life. Remember we talked about, animal, carnal cravings and stuff like that, which men have in common with the brutes. You see, calling you a brute, you know what I'm saying, an animal-like, governed by breath, the sensuous nature, with its subjective to appetite and passion. You see what I'm saying? A worldly person. A person is worldly, not spiritual. You know what I'm saying? That's what that scripture is talking about. Let me see. Go down a little bit again right here. Characteristics of the principle of animal life. You know what I mean? Basically what it said up there. But basically, let me go back to the scripture real quick. Okay, yeah. 1 Corinthians 2 and 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of God. Somebody in the world, they don't want to hear these laws, statutes, commands. They don't want to hear that they can't celebrate Christmas, birthdays, and Thanksgiving and stuff like that. Why? Because he or she is connected to the world. You understand that? They care about things of the world. They see those rap videos and those celebrities, and they believe in what Hove is saying. You know what I mean? I had brothers tell me at the slave, Hove got me through my hardest times. I'm like, what the hell did Hove do for you, bro? Through his lyrics? He got you through his hardest times? Like, go, bro, go.
You said the natural, you said the world, I was getting ready to say the first.
Yeah, con. we went on 1 Corinthians 2. Sorry. No, 1 Corinthians 2:14. We said, but the natural man receiveth not at the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. So he's saying, like, the natural man, the sister brought out, is like a person that's worldly, a person that has animal nature, who craves, a sensuous person, you know what I'm saying, who's worried about, you know, what they can touch, what they can feel and everything, instead of being a spiritual person. And they, like I said, they can't receive, you know, spiritual things because they're too into the world. They're too, yeah, right. They're too into, you know, carnal things, and they pay too much attention to their pleasure. That's a big thing. Pleasure is a big thing for people. Pleasure is a big thing for people, man. That is a yeah. I know people that go their whole lives and all they care about is what feels good to them. That is heavy. That is heavy. You damn right. That's how kids feel. I see a man and a woman who master themselves. They have those cravings and those feelings too, but they don't pay attention to them. They be like, you know what? I can't do that because I know, you know what I mean? I'm spiritual minded and I have to do this. Like it's like the same thing. Who wouldn't want to get the day and lay around with their significant other and have sex all day? I mean, let's just keep it real. But no, we come do the work of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Is because you're spiritual. You understand that? You could have been doing something else today. Everybody could have. She paid money to come down here. You know what I mean? Caught a damn lift all the way downtown. So you know what I'm saying? It's like you drove, right? Or did you catch it? You drove? Oh yeah. But you same thing. You came from work. You could be asleep right now. You as well. So like I said, but you're spiritual. That's why you're here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's talking about. You know what I'm saying? But the natural person is not spiritually discerned. They're not. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. She put in the chat. She said, "When I tell my family, my mom said this was a cult. They be hating." Yeah, we are a cult. We are a cult. Give her. You damn. Yeah, you damn right. You in the cult, sis. You damn right. You know what I'm saying? But this is culture, like the general part, our culture. You know what I mean? And listen, you're going to be hated for this. So get ready. You're going to be hated. You're going to be hated. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to Romans 8 and chapter 8 and start at verse 5. We'll go to 8. Romans 8 and verse 5. And actually, I want to get one of you officers at 50 to read because I'll run Ringshaw. So let him. You can read this last one, Ron, and they'll go from this. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, we got to get y'all used to reading because camp is coming, baby. Y'all gonna be up there. Y'all gonna be up there reading. At least Tita sat back. Yeah. We're gonna have and Detroit. All right. Go ahead. I know you can start with this one. You can see it right on the screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
They that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
They that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit.
Yeah, what we just brought out, Romans 8 and 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. You know what I mean? And like I said, we just broke this down pretty much basically what we just said before. If you're a fleshly person, you're going to pay attention to those carnal desires. You know what I mean? You're not going to care about the law, statutes, commands, like the Most High say. Like you might like crab or pork and all that, but you know the Lord says not to do it, so you can't do it. You might want to shape up, but the Lord said you can't do it. You can't do it. You like tattoos. You can't mark up your body because the Lord said you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you do it and you know the law, that just proves that you're just a fleshly person and you don't care. There's plenty of brothers at the slave that, you know, they're like that. Like they just don't give a damn. They don't care. They don't care about, you know what I mean, what the Lord says. No, oh man. Yeah. Yeah, you damn right. You damn right. Oh yeah, because you didn't want to bow down to the white man's ways. You know what I mean? Look, but here, this is what they need to understand. You read this one, Carnal.
Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death.
Is what?
For to be carnally minded is death.
Death. Go ahead.
But to be spiritually minded is life.
There you go. You see, you being a carnal bastard is going to lead you to death. I mean, like I said, I keep using Tupac as an example. That brother he had some wisdom. You know what I mean? He had the potential. I could see Tupac in the UPK had he had the right guidance, and he could be powerful in here. But he chose carnality. He chose He wanted to, he was too much into the world. You know what I mean? And what made him feel good. He liked to smoke. He liked to drink. He wanted to get a million tattoos. He wanted to be, a tough guy. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not talking about it because the brother's not here anymore, but it's just sad that we lose people that could be on this side. You see what I'm saying? They could be doing way better works if they were in here. You know what I mean? But we lose brothers like that. I mean, y'all know there's drug dealers in the neighborhoods that could be good men. You know what I mean? If they got the right guidance and that they would come in here and humble themselves and come in here. You know what I mean? But they love the world. You know what I'm saying? For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. There you go. Niggas say they want to be peaceful and have a good life, but do you really want to though? When you stop chasing after whores, when you stop smoking weed, you know what I mean? Stop being a sinful bastard. Stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Leave them holidays alone. Stop worrying about your goddamn birthday. There's nothing more soft to me than a man talking about his damn birthday. I'm telling you, man. Oh no, man! It's my 40th, man. It's my 50th. I gotta celebrate my birthday. I don't do all the other stuff, but I gotta celebrate my birthday. Oh, man, get the hell out of here with that, man. That is to me, that is so effeminate.
You're supposed to put the hat.
Listen, you pay money on your shirt too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Walk around with a drink.
So look, happy birthday. I say that to a grown man. To a grown man.
That day is God.
God. And that's what, I'm telling you. And you know what's so sad? I remember when I found out it was unlawful, like before I even came to the truth. And the first time I knew like it wasn't lawful, but I still was kind of like in the world, man, I was sitting there sad as hell when nobody said happy birthday to me, man. Like seriously. Yeah, because they done built you up to be a God every year. Look, and crushed your dreams in the end. But they don't give it when you turn 15, 16, they be like, don't nobody call you no more. Don't nobody say that shit to you no more. You know what I mean?
These kids on Facebook.
Yeah.
They act like they forget about somebody's birthday and the person's just sitting there and then they, halfway through the day after the birthday. But damn, you care that much.
Man.
He was born in 76. He wasn't born in 77, 78.
Right.
Here,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Jeez, I can see you having a baby shower.
Yeah,
God. Born, then you have a baby shower, bring gift.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ain't no more.
Listen, and then there's what's crazy is there's 300 something other days of the year that you can get a gift. It's not unlawful for you to get a gift. It's just doing shit according to the white man and what they want you to do and going against the Bible and what the scriptures say. But you try to tell brothers, it's a whole nother story. Let me go to let me get a couple more. Let me see. Verse 7. Go ahead, Carnal.
This is the book of Romans 8:7.
Mm-hmm.
Because the carnal mind is an enmity against God.
Mm-hmm.
For it is not subject to the law.
There you go. It's telling you. Romans 8:7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against God, for it is not subject to the law of God. Neither indeed can be. So if you're a carnal minded motherfucker, you're not even ready to hear it. That's why they be like, I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that Malcolm X shit. Ain't that what they say? They'll say that. You know what I mean? Or that, you know what I mean? I don't want to hear that woke shit. You know what I mean? What'd you say, sis? Yeah. God. Oh yeah. Yeah. That my Jesus though. My Jesus allows me to smoke weed and forgives me. What'd you say?
The slave name shit, like your slave name shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got family members, right? So I got a cousin who I'm scared to say this, but he's actually he's not in it, but he watches the IUIC. I don't even ask me why he does that. Well, I know why. Listen. I know why he does it, because they don't check up on you. They let you get away with shit. You see, he can do whatever he wants in there, and he's not really. He's one toe in the truth. And first of all, he ain't even in the truth, but he's like, as far as knowing shit, he knows things because they watch that. They get the breakdowns from us. But you know what I'm saying? So like he's like his hand is like a little bit in the truth. You see what I'm saying? Like that. But he's not. You know what I mean? Because he knows what we do. But so they found out he be paying attention. Like he knows he's an Israelite, whatever, right? So they don't come to me because they know they can't come to me with this shit. So they go to him. So I got a nickname in the world, right? So in the world, somebody named me after my mom and my dad. My dad's name was Pete, and my mom, they used to call my mom Bo, so they call me P-Bo, right? So they be like, So they see him. It was like, they was like, yeah, you on that Peebo shit. Now I got my own religion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But that's what you're going to get being in here. But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you something. And I told this Aaron all the time. Even in the world, I was always the one that wanted to be different than everybody else. So I love when people didn't like what I was doing. I loved it. I love being against what everybody else is doing. So when I came in here, it's like how you said when you came here and you thought you figured out that this was where you needed to be. I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to piss motherfuckers off now. You know what I mean? Seriously, like I was like, I'm going to really, let y'all see who I am. You know what I mean? Because I was never wrong. I knew I was right. But in the world, you saying you're right. They think you arrogant, you conceited and all that. But I was right the whole time. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I know when you first found out, you was like, oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go. Let me see what Romans 7:4 is. You don't have to look. You can look right on the screen. All right, Ron. It's like, go ahead, sis.
Nothing made up. Directly to the word.
It's heavy what she's saying, because like I was telling you, when you get into them conversations with the people, the Bible, what it says in the Bible is enough. You don't got to add shit to it. Once you say what's in here and it confirms it in here, you're cut. You're cut. Go ahead.
When it offends me, and I know I need to stop. When the devil comes to me and tells me, man, that book is ancient, ancient book of 4,000 years ago worth of opinions that some Hebrew scribes wrote. Those words were directly out of the Most High's mouth. And the reason why they say that, because white people know the Bible. They know.
No, they don't.
No, they know.
Hold on. They don't know the Bible. They think they know the Bible. You understand? They think they knew, because who knows the Bible?
Us.
And where are we at? In the UPK, right? So are they in the UPK? So how the hell do they know the Bible? You understand what I'm saying to you? See, so they think they know the Bible. They think they do. They don't know the Bible. You understand that? They know what the Christian parents know. God, God loves everyone. Cesar Borgia is Jesus. You know what I mean? That's what they think. But this is what you got to understand. It's a heathen, right? You're talking about a heathen. That's the mistake right there. Like I told you before, I'm not even trying to explain shit to no heathen. I don't care about what you believe or what you feel or anything. You're not my people, so I'm not wasting my time on you. Now, when we're outside and we're speaking on the street, they come up, you got to cut them. I understand that. But if you try, and I'm not saying you're doing this, if you're trying to save a fucking heathen, that is like the worst thing you can do. They don't even have it in them. Ron, get me the service of God, Romans 9, and the laws for the Israelites and the service of God and the commandments and everything's for. I think it's Romans 9:4. And not to cut you off, Carnal, but what I'm trying to make you understand is definitely don't get about some people that didn't even get shit to do with the law. Don't even waste your damn time on that. Now, if this is your sister, say she's trying to get the truth. You can go there with her because she's your people and you can help her and she can come into the truth and she can be saved. But a heathen, man, yeah, you keep believing that's God right there. I want you to believe that shit. I don't care what you do. You can go ahead and sin and die all you want because I don't give a damn. You understand? I care about my people. Go ahead, brother.
What you said kind of makes sense. I mean, you can correct me.
No, go ahead.
He was in prior to him, right? He wrote something else, like demon knowledge.
Okay, yeah.
And it was telling you beware of. And when other people got hold of it, they were trying to put another book, telling me that him writing this was false.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. No. I mean, what I'm saying to y'all is this. You know that, like in the scriptures, it says that Blacks, Hispanics, First Nations people are who Christ came for and who that Bible is for. So right there should tell you, if you're not those people, I'm not wasting my time on you. I'm not even fucking having an argument with you. Like if I'm a slave and like I'm talking to my people and like some white people's around, I don't even see them for real. And if they say anything to me, I'm talking to my people. I don't care about how you feel. I don't care about what you want to know or any of that. I don't give a damn because you can't be saved. You're not my people. You don't even need save. You fucking run the world right now. Excuse my language. Like you own every damn thing. And the reason why we're having this conversation is because you flooded the world with lies. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is don't even waste your time on them. You know what I'm saying? Now, and then another thing is you're going to be speaking, you're going to be teaching. So you got to get there. You got it. First of all, you can't let nobody get you to the point where you're, offended because you ain't seen shit yet. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, Con, listen. Yeah. And like, I know you're not about to argue with no heathens. I know you're not. You know what I mean? And listen. Yeah. And it's the thing. Like I said, if you think that's something, imagine being at camp and you get some shit through on you or spit at you. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what I'm saying. That's how I know you're not ready for that yet. You see, that's what I'm saying. But you got to be ready for that. Yeah, but you can't. That's the thing. You can't do that because what is the ultimate goal? Is the what? Exactly. So how the hell you want to fish people if you're knocking them out? Yeah, I can't. You see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying to you?
But if Captain is dark, like,
well, see, here's the thing. Again, if the men above you don't say that, you stand there and be quiet. First of all, you just stand there and be quiet. The camp leader is the only one that speaks, which I'm the camp leader. And then if Captain Adar is there, he's over me. And if there's another brother that's over me, they're above me. But if it's just us, I'm the camp leader. So if I don't say anything, you don't do anything. I don't care if they spit on me. If I say stand down, y'all don't do anything. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is. And that, like you said, everything's con and one con. Even with him, he outranks y'all. It's con and one con with him. You understand that? So that's how it goes here. And this is UPK protocol. You understand that? We don't do what we want to do. You understand that? But again, imagine the sister come down to the camp and we speaking the truth, and then you go off the stage and knock somebody out. You know what I mean? Like she's like, well, damn, is this the Christian church or is this? You know what I mean? Like you can't. You don't want to do that, especially if it's your own people. This nigga that knocked out somebody of his own people. You know what I mean? Like you see what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna believe you. If you're not disciplined, nobody's gonna follow you. You understand what I'm saying to you? You got to be disciplined. Remember when them girls went up to Captain Contazar at the camp? Threw the water, and he handled this shit. So and we was young at the time, and we were thinking like, I don't know, but the way he handled it, and she immediately realized she did something wrong. Go ahead. No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
As soon as she did what she did, threw water on the camp, the demon left.
Yes.
And she was just sitting there.
Yeah. When he said froze her, he froze her. He said something like, you know what, I'm gonna forgive you, or something like that. She was just like you could tell she was like he won her over. You can see it, and that's what we need. I remember Captain Mashak had a camp one time, going at it for like 2 hours with a sister. She was just unruly, loud, just disrespectful as hell. And finally, in like the last 2 minutes, he got her.
All worth it.
Because of how disciplined and wise he is. You got to be that way. Go ahead, brother.
And if I watching those camps, I started watching camps first Friday and watch any class. I watch camp. I still do. But for months, I was watching.
Yeah.
It shows you the discipline you need at those camps because you got people with all kinds of demons on.
Yeah.
I mean, to the camp, past the camp, everything, same blurting out stuff. It don't matter. So you gotta have that discipline. This is gonna be. We're just gonna be another.
Yeah, we'll be another Christian group. Like you said, that's heavy. Get a brother hand for that, man. You're damn right. And we're not another Christian group. We're not. We're the actually became the command and general honor. We have protocols. We fish our people out of the world. We love and care for our people. And always remember that. Remember before we even started class, what was I talking about? Brotherhood. You know what I mean? How you get people to school is being a brother or a sister to them. You can't. As soon as you see a brother walk in here, he not in school, but he come in here with dreads and he got. You know what I mean? He high. Oh man, you been smoking weed. You got dreads. That's not going to bring him into the truth. You know what I'm saying? Hey brother, listen, we're going out tonight. You know what I'm saying? You should join us. You know what I'm saying? And don't even hit him with those scriptures. Hey brother, here's you want something to eat, brother? You know what I'm saying? You want a water? You know we do that at camp. You give somebody water. They see the brotherhood and the sisterhood. They're like, you know what? man, the brothers treated me like I've never been treated before. Let me see what they're about. Let me see what they're about. The next thing you know, he's in the school. Then he's getting his dreads cut. Then he's not smoking weed no more. You see what I'm saying? That's how Captain Madar taught me that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he learned from, Commander General Yohana and the men above, you know what I mean? The men, other men above him, Captain Madar. But at the time. But again, like I said, brotherhood and sisterhood will win people over. And that's how you fish people out of the world. I don't go to brothers and sisters in the world and be like, and just looking them up and down, like, oh, he's doing that wrong. He's doing that wrong. I don't do that because I was like that. And if they would have did that to me when I first came into the truth, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? When they first came to Pittsburgh, they just saw that I was interested in the truth and they taught me as I went along. You know what I mean? I remember somebody sneezing one time in Philly. I was in Philly. I was like, bless you. He's like, oh yeah, we don't say bless you. I was like, what do we say? He's like, we won't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to learn as you go along. But he didn't, oh, why'd you say that? We don't say bless you. You know what I mean? Like, he had patience with me. They taught me the right way. You know what I mean? Just like how you salute a brother or sister. You know what I mean? Everything's done a certain way. We're not the Christian church, and we're not niggas in the world, who's brutes and acting horrible to our people. You got something to say? Right.
So therefore,
yeah. No, because listen, because I know, brother. Like, you can't expect somebody to come. I remember when I first met the brothers, they spawned each other up doing it. I'm like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? I go up to the brothers, I'm looking at them like he just showed me, like, but I still didn't know how to do it. But I'm like, but they know that you don't know these things. You know what I mean? So, and it's like I said with us here in Pittsburgh, we want to fish people out of the world. We got to be brothers and sisters to them. You can't come at them like you're doing this wrong. You know what I mean? You got to be doing this. No, don't do that. You're gonna run them off. Then they're gonna go be in a fake Israelite group. That's even worse because then they might get unalive doing that. All right, I'm gonna pull like 1 or 2 more scriptures and we'll get out here. Let me see. Let me try. This is not Romans 9:4. I know. I'll read that for me up on the screen. It's up on the screen. Pertaineth.
The adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of God.
Right. Romans 9:4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. That is who your focus is. I pulled that to show you that if it's not about the Israelites, it's not even worth going into it because they can't be a part of this. That's why this is what this is telling you this. Everything is for us. It's not for nobody else. So why even waste your breath trying to talk to a damn heathen? I mean, now if you want to cut them to piss on the street, make them cry and all that, I understand that. But I'm not going, listen here, white brother, I'm trying to save you. There's no such thing. You understand what I'm saying to you? Don't even go there because you're not going to help them. And you can't. Because like what else to say? That which the Lord maketh crooked cannot be, you can't be made straight. He made them who they are. They can't be saved. And why the hell you want to save them anyway? You're going to go out here, you're going to go to work tomorrow and punch a clock, and some white man's going to be waiting to see if you're late or not. Because he's over you in this kingdom. You know what I mean? He makes more money than you. Fuck, Salakia. Our CEO. Did you see what she makes now?
Yeah.
Bruh, I seen that. I was a little tight about that one. I was a little tight. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell do you do to make that? It's ridiculous. All right, let's get 1 or 2 more, then we'll get out of here. Let me try. Let me see what Proverbs 22 and 24 is. And again, the water for y'all for coming through and participating in the class and everybody online. I appreciate it. We're gonna do this, at the beginning of the month and definitely at the end of the month as well. You know what I mean? And try to build this up. We can still do the online classes too. Like we do every week as well. And we're gonna have some more conversations too. Remember, we're talking about that carnality, right? Let me see. This man should go. I don't know if I want to pull. No, I'm gonna skip this one. Give me 1 second. Let me get oh yeah, okay. Isaiah 9:16. I'll pull that one and we'll stop there. All right.
Yeah, but that knowledge makes having a carnal mind is rough. You won't even recognize yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Today, you'll be a different man 6 months from now.
Oh yeah. What you're saying? He said that. He's already seeing that. Like, you know what I mean? From when you first, you know what I mean? And then when you get to where you're at now, you be like, I see things way different. Yeah, you be like, I see things very different. Yeah.
I've never seen it before.
Right.
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
I'm just making the connection now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your spirit is different. Yeah. When your spirit is different. Yeah. But when your spirit is different, you can see it. You can just, and then you can walk outside and you can see the demons on everybody. You can see it. You can see it.
Everywhere you go, if you walk into the grocery store, it's going to be different. Like it's just everywhere you go, you're going to carry a different spirit on you, and you're going to look at people differently. You're going to feel different, talk different.
Yeah, it's like that movie. What's the movie? Roddy Piper. They live. We put the glasses on, and you see everybody for what they are. Yeah, this the last scripture. Gus, yes, Gus. Oh, sis.
You see the real.
Sis, I can't even get through a movie without like you get so frustrated because you see the shit that they're doing to us. You be like, I can't even watch a movie, man. I can't get through it. Yeah, you be like, oh, look at this shit right here. They always exploiting us, making us look weak, gay, drug dealers, violent. You know what I mean? Stupid. It's just hard.
From the scriptures and put it in the best movie ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Stuff from the scriptures, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do all these little things.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they got the best movie.
Yeah, and making trillions off of us. Making trillions. Just like Jerome Heimer brought that. He said, I don't listen to like black music and stuff like that no more. So don't listen to none of that stuff. Definitely ham like a mug. Big, you see that Hamite head? You see that Hamite head is something else. All right, last one, y'all. Last one. Last scripture. Isaiah 9:16. All right, Ron, I'll let you take it out with this one.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of his peoples, small, sir.
Oh, hold on 1 second. I don't know why it's. Let me see something.
Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they are led to them ordinance. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Right, and this is going full circle into what we're talking about the carnal leaders that we have and the carnality. You know what I mean? They show us because we follow them. The Christian pastor, the celebrities, you know what I mean, the drug dealer in the community, even the ones of our own family that we think are leaders, you know, the drunk uncle, you know what I mean? Yeah. Or the, you know, the woman that's, you know, a sinner in the house, that, you know, that's above the other women. You know, they have taught us and they have destroyed us with their wrongdoings, you know what I mean? Because they don't know the truth. They don't know about the act she became under command of Johnny. But this goes in the full circle about, you know, about that, you know what I mean? To be carnal minded. But you get that spiritual. You get that spirit by coming into the ash you became the commander of Johnny. There's no other way. Just don't forget Christian church, forget the other Israelite groups, forget the Muslim mosques, all these other different things, the Hotep conscious community, none of that stuff, the woke community, none of that stuff works. The ash you became is the only answer. Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Who's the they that are led of them? Who's they? Yeah, us. That's why you look at our communities, we're all destroyed the way we are because of our leaders have failed us. You know what I mean? They have failed us. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, you think Hove, Jay-Z's a leader, you know, you Pac, 50, they, you know, they have some good in them, I believe, but for the most part, they're sinners. You know what I mean? They're sinners. And yeah, right. And right, they say, and they effeminate too. You know what I mean? And like at the end of the day, they're about their money. They're about their money. That's what they're about their money. You know what I mean? They don't care about their people. You know what I mean? And like I said, they ultimately choose sin or things of the world, the carnal mind over what is spiritual. You know what I mean? So be thankful for that, you know, that the Most High gave us the eyes. You became the commander of Johnny because we would be just like them. All right, I'm going to close it out. Is there anything anybody want to say before I close it out? You good? You Tawab Kanat? You Tawab Anor? What about you, sis? You Tawab? All right, again. Hey, the water for y'all coming in. The sis in the chat, she said, bringing up Monday brings up instant depression. So, yeah, that is, man.
that you know what I mean, like going to work or anything that has to do with this kingdom, you know what I mean. But yeah, but again, the water for tuning in. Preaching Officer Kwame Gwana, the Ashley Buchanan Commander General Honor. Shalom, everybody. Play.